In today's video, we're going to break down one of the most important topics in all of marketing, which are marketing angles. We're going to go through what they actually are, why marketing angles are important, and then how to go about finding them. So all that a marketing angle is are words used to speak to ICP. That's it. Very, very simply put. Now, there are other definitions you'll find online, but simply put, all a marketing angle is a specific words that you use to attract your ICP. Great example of this I used to explain all the time is, let's say you're teaching people how to make money, but you're not just teaching people, you're teaching specifically family men, dads, fathers with wife or girlfriend and some kids. Now, every father will have a different reason for wanting to make more money, whether it's raising capital for their fund, whether it's buying into an info product, whether it's being an LP in a fund. Every dad specifically is going to resonate with different, what we call marketing angles, or different words that get people to convert or get people to take action. In the case of the father, here are some examples of marketing angles. Number one, looking to spend more time with family. If I make more money, I have more time to spend with my family. Number two, looking to create safety for my family. If I make more money, I create safety for my family. They can go to the schools they want to, they can do what they want to with their life, and they never have to worry about finances. Maybe I want to free up more time to spend with my wife. Maybe I just want the status. I want to make money. I want to drive the nice car. I want the nice house. I want all these nice things. Notice how we're speaking to the same person, the family man, the dad, the father. The goal is the same, make more money, but the angle that we use to get them to take the action has shifted. Let's repeat. We've got protection. We've got spend more time with kids and family. We've got spend more time with wife. We've got make more money in general to buy more nice things. But again, it's the same goal, make more money. And so that's all a marketing angle is it is the words used to attract the right type of person. Now, why are marketing angles so important? This brings me to a story from a mentor of mine, Jeremy Haynes, talking about my first mentor in the digital marketing space, Ben Bader. Rest in peace. This guy was a genius when it came to writing, copy, and marketing and everything. Yeah, rest in peace, brother. But the big thing with this is Ben had stagnated at a recent point in life where he wasn't making more than 100 grand a month. He had been at 100 grand a month for almost a year at that point, if my memory serves me correct. And Jeremy was constantly trying to get Ben to take action. It was, why can't I get this 25-year-old kid to take action? Why doesn't he want to make more money? Why is he comfortable being where he's at? And so what he did is he essentially tried different marketing angles to get him to take action. Does Ben just flat out want more money? Does Ben want his girl to be living the best life she can? Does Ben want the nice car? Does Ben want to build a massive business? What are the different angles that I can try hitting Ben with to get him to take action and want to go make more money? That's what the exercise Jeremy did, wasn't. All he was doing was looking for marketing angles. What was funny is it was the car. As soon as he got Ben thinking about a car, Ben went, oh, I want to make more money. And his income immediately jumped from I think it was 100 to almost 200 grand in profit just from that conversation alone. Ben even wrote an email about where Jeremy beelined it for him at a mastermind. He said, oh God, I'm about to get harassed. And next thing you know, income jump, taking everything seriously in terms of growth and going to that next level. Again, rest in peace, dude. But the key lesson here is why angles are so important. If you're selling to somebody, and let's say this person, we'll go back to the money-making concept. Let's say this person wants to make more money. What all of us would love in a dream scenario is that we say, hey, I want to make more money. You run an ad, says, do you want to make more money? And next thing you know, people are handing you money because they want to make more money. Great. In reality, what happens is marketing angles have to come into play. So you may have angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, and angle 4. And your prospect, your potential consumer may see angle 1 and go, I don't know. And then they may see 2 and go, oh, I like that, but it's still not for me. Then they may see angle 3 and go, oh, we're getting somewhere. Maybe this is for me. And then they see 4 and they go, yep, I'm buying. And next thing you know, now they're handing you money because, again, maybe they want to make more money, they want to raise capital, whatever it is. Here's where it gets interesting though. As more people begin to see your ads, you'll notice that maybe a couple resonate towards the same angle, but another one may resonate with angle 1. And so what you've done is by having a bunch of different marketing angles, you're now able to convert more people because you are speaking to more reasons that people may buy. And here's what this visually looks like in practice. I want you to think of your market's TAM as a circle, and TAM is just total addressable market. Inside of your market, there is a certain amount of people that will resonate with the angles that you have. And each market is broken up into a bunch of different angles. So what you may have is angle 1 takes up this much space, angle 2 takes up this much space, angle 3 takes up this much space, and then angle 4 takes up this much. And what this correlates to in the real world is the amount of dollars that I can extract from that specific angle. And so angle 2, I may make the most, angle 1, I may make the second most, 3, the third most, and 4, the least. But I still make money from each one. And the only way to capture the entirety of your TAM is to speak to every single angle out there. That is the secret. And this also translates directly to the amount of ad spend that you can push through certain marketing angles. If you've ever run paid ads and you go to spend money and you push up and then you hit this $300 a day mark, and then all of a sudden your campaign just shits the bed. Why is this happening? It's because you've reached the ceiling that you can spend into with this specific marketing angle. And so what you then do is you take this 300, and I've got another video on this in terms of campaign structures that you can check out on the channel, but you go this and you take the 300 and you say, cool, we're going to put this inside. And then you test it again. You spend money on an angle. Let's say you get it to 700 a day and then it tanks. You say, cool, we're going to take the 700 a day. We're going to push it to the side. Try it again. Say we push up, we get to, maybe this one, we get to 2,500 a day. Maybe this is that angle 1 or angle 2. We take that, we say, cool, tanks at 2,500. We're going to take it, push it to the side. What I've then done, if I look at this in total, is I've taken all of these things and it's just making up the TAM that I can sell into. Very, very simple. And so that's what marketing angles are, is it allows you to capture more of your market because you're speaking to people in different ways. And that's why it's so important, because if you aren't using multiple marketing angles to sell to prospects, you're going to lose money. Now, the last thing that I think is most important, if there's anything you take away from this video, it's the 3 things I'll run you through right now, is how do I actually find the angles? Number 1, and what's awesome about today's day and age, is you have tools like AI, Claude, ChatGPT, Manus, Claude Code, Perplexity, Notebook LM. You have all of these different tools online that you can use to go extract this data. The key thing with doing any market research for angles is you want to look for the frequency of the angle coming up. What are the objections? What are the questions people have? How many times is it coming up? At what volume is it coming up? Are they only coming up on certain platforms? Are they coming up on multiple platforms? What platforms do they come up the most on? And you want to filter all of your angles for a level of frequency, because again, this will help you determine based on the frequency. If it's a high frequency, it may be here or here. If it's a lower frequency, it may be here. And it allows me to take bets in terms of what angles I want to use with a lot more certainty in the result based on the frequency level. So first one is AI. Second thing that's super, super powerful is going to be comment sections and forums. These are things like YouTube comments, Facebook groups, Reddit posts, Reddit threads, all of these different comments and forum pages where people are asking questions about whatever you sell. The reason that these are so powerful is 1, AI actually pulls from these. So a lot of the information you'll get when doing market research from AI comes from platforms like Reddit. But number 2, it allows you to see the nitty-gritty, dirty questions that people have. Because when you use a tool like AI, it's broad, it's going to make those assumptions, and you may not pick up on the specific language that people use when asking questions about the product or service. Whereas when you look at comments or forums, you get to see the specific verbiage that people use. Certain industries use different words, use different verbs, talk differently. If I'm in a demographic of younger kids or I'm selling to younger adults, they're going to use different verbiage than if I'm selling to 60-year-old people. And so that's why comments and forums are the best place to look. One of the best places, excuse me. Because number 3 is by far the best place to find your marketing angles, and it's your sales calls. Now, why is this? All of your sales call recordings, closes or no close, are people that have raised their hand and already said, hey, I'm interested in this product. And so what I'm then able to do is I'm able to extract, why are they interested? What are they interested about? What are their goals? What are the objections they had? What are the limiting beliefs that they had? How did they speak on the call? What questions were they asking? And it is direct from a consumer that has said, hey, I'm interested. And so I can take this information and I can replicate it in my ads, in my marketing. Very, very straightforward. Your sales calls are the holy grail. In fact, it's the first thing we do with any of our agency clients. If you're curious to learn more, you can book call below. What we do with all of them is ask for sales calls, because that then dictates everything after the fact. One of the craziest experiences we had was with arguably one of the biggest sales agencies in the information space today. I won't say their name, but they did not want to give me sales calls. And I was sitting there like, why the fuck can I not have them? Excuse my French. Because if I had those sales calls, my God, would the marketing improve tenfold. As soon as we got them, you saw an immediate uptick in the quality of lead. And so sales calls is like the number 1 place to pull marketing angles from, because they are your customers. They are people that have raised their hand and said, yes, I want to buy. So those are the 3 ways to find marketing angles. And again, like I mentioned just a couple seconds ago, if you're curious to learn a little bit more about what that looks like, there's gonna be 2 links below. 1 to work with us on an agency level, 1 to join what's called the Vault, where you get access to everything that we know about digital marketing. You get to speak to me directly. You can check both those out. You learn a little bit more. Other than that, guys, that is everything I've got for you on Marketing Angles 101. It's a relatively simple topic. Don't overcomplicate it. If you like content like this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, drop a comment below with what you want to see more of, and I will see you in the next one.